Okay everybody, for those who don't know, in my Facebook group, which I'm going to leave a link for in the video's description, I'm running a cross-server war tournament. During everyone's battles, all participants are able to submit plays by their guild that were cool or had unexpected results. Without further ado, here are the plays of the week. In this week's first battle, we have Lord Viandarin from Stark on server 76 with a self-described Rambo mode Satori. This fight exemplifies why composition matters so much more than power. You have Astaroth at orange +2, Anvari at orange +0, Satori at +4, Celeste at +0, and Martha at +0, against a Kark team with full orange +3 and 4 heroes, so there's a clear power discrepancy, which is around 30,000. As many of you probably know, Anvari is the key to countering a Kark team, and while it looks like there is no hope in sight, Satori has been secretly stacking Foxfire marks the whole battle, and in one fell swoop unleashes them all and eradicates the whole enemy team. In this week's second battle, we have Mazookas from Stark on server 76 with a team of 3 heroes on defense partially charged, and the opponent bringing a full team of 5 to bring them down. Right out of the gate, I noticed that the defending team is going to be fortified with a lot of healing thanks to Dorian, so the attackers would need to bring big damage to bring down Ginger or stun her. With Leon in reserve, it ensures every attack Kira will be put to sleep, and giving Ginger and Leon the time necessary to keep healed. Since the attacking team has no healer, Ginger is able to make quick work of the enemies, sealing yet another defense for Stark. In our third battle this week, we have Kawir from Stark on server 76 with a power disadvantaged defense hold. The enemy team stacked up tanks with a Kark meta combo and added Cornelius to try to take down the mages. The Kark, however, missing Nebula, doesn't have the firepower to kill Lars in one attack, and unfortunately for Grime, he gambled and lost on a low roll, finding out that Dorian is the hero with the highest intelligence on Kawir's team. Rendering his Cornelius's attack largely useless since Dorian has such high armor, he brought Rufus seemingly to try to stop the magic damage, but with Dorian, Nebula, and Galahad, that's a lot of physical attack boosts, so even Rufus is beat down to nothing by the twins. In our fourth battle, we have Joe J. Punk Rock from Stark on server 76, with a similar team to Kawir's which we just saw, but utilizing Ziri for a tank. His opponent is attacking with Cleaver, Elmire, Celeste, Cornelius, and Dorian. I'm not quite sure of Celeste's role in this team, but Elmire, Cleaver, and Dorian are typically a team built for survival, and looks like they threw in Cornelius for good measure. Unfortunately for him, Joe J. Punkrock did it right and has Krista with more intelligence than Lars, and her Ice Block completely denies his attempt to snipe her allies. Even with a 30k power advantage, his efforts ultimately prove fruitless, and Stark solidifies yet another convincing defense. In our fifth battle, we have a perfect example of why it is so bad just assuming because you have more power, and 60,000 more in this case, that you're guaranteed to win a fight. Kaiser Soze from Stark on server 76 with the fabled Fat One on defense is for some reason being attacked by a team that deals almost exclusively magic damage. Unfortunately for Khal Drogo, Rufus cannot be killed by magic attacks and will heal indefinitely until killed by a physical hit. People wonder why on the tier list Rufus is listed as better on defense, and this is a perfect illustration for why that is. In our sixth fight of the week, we have Bruin Style 2001 of the Avengers on server 174. We have 2 crit-based teams facing off, Jew versus the once king of the meta himself, Ishmael. Having found new life with Sebastian as an ally, Ishmael was able to make relatively quick work of the enemy Cleaver, and Dorian is a great unit in this team because he offers great backline protection, coupled with if Cleaver hooks him to the front, he now provides healing to Ishmael and Aurora when they deal damage, ensuring they're much stronger than before. Jorgen, just before his dying breath, gets off the critical ultimate, stopping the enemy team's Jew's energy growth, so once he used his ult, it was guaranteed to be his last, effectively cancelling his god mode. Once Jew was brought down, it was simply a matter of time. In our last fight of the week, we have Bruin Style 2001 of the Avengers on server 174 with a twofer this week. In this fight, there is a 60,000 power gap, 440,000 versus 380,000. This is one of those instances where Aurora really shines because the opposition is using mostly single target, frontline magic damage, which she mitigates 80% of, and counterattacks. Sebastian drops Cleaver's armor so Ishmael can deal unmitigated damage to him, and with 2 attack buffs from artifact weapons and Jorgen's ultimate suppression, it's only a matter of time before Cleaver is brought to his knees without getting to use his hook. Satori gets to use his ultimate only once, but is immediately laid to waste after it's used. Thanks to Jorgen and Ishmael making quick work of the Cleaver, and Aurora blocking nearly all magic damage, it was just a slow process to see if Ishmael can crit Leon once and one standard hit before she full heals from Dorian. The answer is yes, and once again, Bruin Style 2001 secures a win for the Avengers. Thanks for watching the highlights from this week's cross-server war battles. If you liked my narration of the fights, or if you think your guild is up to snuff and has way cooler videos, come join my Facebook group. The link is in the video description, but it is called Hero Wars Mobile Community, The GOAT. If you enter your guild into the cross-server war tournament I'm running, I can enter you and explain to you how to do it. And you submit videos weekly for me to review and possibly put into the next week's highlights. The Facebook group is a great place to go to discuss the game as it's the largest unofficial Hero Wars Mobile dedicated platform. I created a spreadsheet with a ton of information about the game to help players of all skill levels, including the most comprehensive and accurate tier list out there. Come check us out.